Yo, I'm Guy Redo, and today we're going to be playing some Peeper Chase solo. I already uploaded a video of me playing through it, but I didn't talk too much, so I'm going to talk a little bit more today. I don't know why, but right now, even though I'm max level already, FBC Firebreak's my happy place. We got some corrupted post-it notes here. We're gonna wet them and shoot them. Oh, I'm sorry, not post-it, sticky notes. Oh my god. Okay, so part of FBC Firebreak is if you play on level 3, which forces you to fight a boss, you can get corruptions, which is this optional objective. And if you've played the game Control, this is set in the same universe as that. And as you can see, we have a corrupted crowbar that's going to be flying around, causing problems. And what the crowbar does, as you can see, mechanical sabotage. Hold on. There it is.
Check this out.
I just pinged it. We need to find... Oh, what the hell? Where did you come from? Elevated? Get out here. You can see a lot of... Oh my god, he started a fire. So what the crowbar does is it goes around and hits things, and it loves breaking things in particular. Watch this. If you wet things and then throw a shot grenade, oh my god, it did nothing. There we go. That was the intended effect. As you can see, it didn't do too much, but it's pretty good. But what the crowbar likes to do is break shit, so if we fix things, it will come break that. When red shows up like this, similar to Control, it means enemies are spawning, as we see right here. And these giant breaker guys like to come hit you with pipes. I have a thing called Blackrock Bullets on, which cause Neutralize, and that's what Neutralize does. Kind of helps kill enemies, stagger enemies. Well, where's that guy going? Get out of here, this is my shelter. Okay, here, perfect. This is the Blackrock gun that we will use to beat up this crowbar, who's beating up the thing we fixed. And they're usually these small... Get out of the way, dude. These small objects that float around and cause problems. He's running away from me. Oh my god. Hold on. Have to reload. And the reason he's starting more fires, and as you can see, he has dropped some dust. And this dust can only come from corrupted items. You have to have corruption on for it to spawn in the game world. As you'll see, it'll spawn randomly in other places. Also, to trigger this, there's a lot of hidden features in this game. As you can see, I'm using what's called the Splash Kit, which wets enemies, which makes them able to kill them easier. But if you use the Splash Kit and hold it, you can turn on the, internal sprinklers, which also helps get stuff off of you. It also wets the sticky notes. And as you can see, my flashlight's starting to flicker, so I need to, take a break for a moment. But this place is very dark. Blackrock guns, as you can tell when you're fighting corruption, are very important. So what my crew and I always like to do, oh see, here's some of the corrupted dust, is we like to leave it where we know we're going. As you can see, if I just walk over the sticky notes, they'll start sticking to you, and if you get a full screen of sticky notes, you end up dying, which is not great. If you're playing in a team, you get downed. If you're playing solo like I am, you end up getting killed and then spawn at the nearest shelter and or the elevator you came in on, depending on what you've done so far. This guy's just being annoying. I have unlocked all the weapons and all the all the cosmetics as well, because that's how much I've liked this game. I've put in about, 30 hours, going on 40 hours at this point. And something about it, it just feels like I love being in the world of Control. Something about the supernatural, but not really scary aspect of their world. It's basically Ghostbusters, but you have a gun, is how I like to explain it. As you can see, we're getting low on ammo. So we need to go into a shelter, or they have these ammo stations. And sorry for anyone that already has played this and is watching this. This is really meant as, like, a first-timers, like, why should you play this? And if you haven't played Control, go play Control. I loved that game so much I ended up buying it twice. Once on PS4, and then I upgraded it for PS5. Here's another Blackrock gun. They always spawn in the ammo areas. Now, the interesting thing is you can get all of your things. You get basically 3 abilities, and you can reload them here. But there's limited ammo at these stations, and there's also limited water at the showers. I'll show you the shower in a second. Oh my god, I can't see anything. Which is also, you might be wondering, see, if I don't wet these, they will stick to me. And that you can see the icons in the bottom left by my health. But as long as they're wet, they won't come on me, and then it only takes like 1 bullet. Now, in any other game, this would be nonsense. Like, why are you gonna go around clearing sticky notes by putting bullets and everything? But in the world of Control, this is completely normal. Like, this is just another day at the office. And there's a, you know, I'm still kicking myself for not playing it, and maybe I will play it after this. But, if you think I should play Power Wash Simulator, drop me a comment, because that is a game I've been meaning to play but not played. But there's something very Power Wash Simulator about this, especially Paper Chase. You're going around wetting everything and kind of like cleaning it up. You know, there's like something relaxing about doing the objectives, even though you're in this like very creepy, unnerving atmosphere in this game. But I really like it. Alright, now we have some more people spawning. That's always fun. I'm going to shock them. And if you elements play on each other, so as you can see, the guys that got wet and shocked, see how they're wet. I throw a shock grenade, they insta-die. Whee! There he goes. So there's a lot of like elemental play in the gameplay, built into the gameplay, and for the most part, the elements you get like water, fire, electricity, all play well together. They work how you would expect in real life, which gives this game edge to it. Like, see, there's fire, I put it out with water, but it's like oil, so if it gets hit, it gets set on fire again. You also get XP based on like everything you do. So doing the objectives, which is in the top left corner. Oh shit! See, I set things on fire again. You get experience for your kit. So I'm splat. Let me see if I can pull it up. Nope. No, you can't pull it up from here. But I'm using what's called the splash kit, which gives you this water gun. And as you upgrade it, you can turn it into this. And then, as you can see in the bottom. We'll just go ahead and use this. You put a corrupted teapot, and now, suddenly, you're shooting giant fireballs, which can set things back on fire. It also does a really good job of burning all the sticky notes. It's also really good on enemies, but a lot of the enemies in this game, the hiss is what they're called, which are these, like, paranormal zombie things that have taken over, basically, the employees of the oldest house and the FBC, which is the company you work for. They have a tendency to rush you, which will set you on fire as well. Let's see, let's go heal up before we start the next zone. Very similar to BioShock and a bunch of other games. Whenever you do anything in this game, it has a tendency to spawn enemies. That's on the other side, clearly. So one thing you gotta get used to, and there's a whole bunch of skills if you looked at my loadout at the very beginning. There's a bunch of skills you can tech into, and you get these things called lost assets, which we'll go pick some up in a little bit. I gotta fix this. The shower is one of the main ways to heal, but you can also drink water from the shelters. That's another good way to heal. It kind of makes you feel like an elementary school kid drinking from the water fountain. Oh, hello. As I said. Oh shit, I'm out of ammo, so let's go open this shelter. Now, opening the shelter is one of the things that will trigger more enemies to spawn, so it's kind of like a blessing and a curse. Here's a lost asset. Here's a drinking fountain. Now that we've got these guys in here, let's spam pick up some ammo real quick as I try to dodge them. And I'm using the machine gun right now, which is my favorite weapon in the game. I used the SMG for a long time. There's still some bugginess, as you can see, like that guy stood back up when he should have just stayed down. He's gonna hit me with the pipe, and I need to drink water right now. Ah, fuck. Okay, so this is a good opportunity. As you can see, I just dropped all my dust. Is it gonna spawn me on top of it? No. So it spawned me in the other shelter. Sometimes if it detects, it's supposed to spawn you at whatever shelter you open last, but sometimes it bugs out and sends you to the other one. See, it took us back to the one at the very beginning that we opened. So we're gonna just, as you can see, we're good on ammo now. I'm gonna top off right there. No lost assets in here. Let's fix some lights, why don't we? So you can, there's also a fix kit that you hit things with a wrench that fixes things immediately. So this game heavily incentivizes working as a team, and I have played this game with a party of 3. That's kind of taking a page from Destiny. You have a team of 3 you can do things with. And ideally, to get the best synergies, to kind of have everyone take a different kit. So you have the jump kit, which kind of spawns electricity out of a gun. Oh, here's some lost assets. And you can see in the bottom left now, this is one of the post-launch patches. They now tell you how many you have, and as you can see, when I died, I dropped down. Now, you might be asking yourself, when my objective's to get to the next zone, why am I still killing sticky notes? Well, this whole level and map is about the sticky notes, as you'll see as we continue. So the game has, like, it is, while it is still buggy in some respects, they have put a lot of thought into this game. So let me wet these real quick. As you can see, they get wet. So the sticky notes are actually counting in the background, so when we open the new door into the new area, it's going to tell us how much we have. Now, the game does drop your stuff to the best of its ability. There used to be a really nagging bug that would like put things in the ceiling. Most of that is solved. There are still some areas like the boss rooms where if you die and drop your stuff, it is hard to pick it up, if sometimes impossible. So they still need to fix some of that. But, in general, if you're in a shelter, I pick most of my bigger fights when I'm in shelters, because they have done a really good job of making sure the shelters, your stuff doesn't go through the ground, flying everywhere. Okay, now, the moment of truth. Where is my weapon? My Blackrock gun is MIA. Oh, I thought that was the Blackrock gun. I swear we dropped it here. The problem is, and here, let me show you. Now, it has spawned a new corruption in the second level. And the levels are the same, the layout is the same, but if you play with a different amount of people... Oh, now we got shamblers. These guys are just like post-it note men that run around and will throw blobs of post-it notes at you, which can sometimes cause instant death. So the second level of this can be rough, and as you see, the riot shield is going to give the enemies extra armor, and the corruption, so we're going to pick up this Blackrock gun, and they all have, the Blackrock guns have limited ammo. We're just going to pick these guys off real quick. So the corrupted items tend to just be these buffs that, while they won't directly attack you, oh my god, we're going to go for the shower and kind of pick a fight there as I get more and more post-it notes on me. These guys are going to go break shit. They have a tendency to break things.
One less problem.
And the corrupted items are just really there to buff the existing enemies and cause problems for you. And the Blackrock gun is like the only way to kill them, essentially. And so what you want to make sure you're doing, like this guy is over here breaking our shit, we don't like that. So what you want to do is really take these out as you go, because if you don't... God damn it, right, helmet. There we go, we got it. So, what you don't want to do is don't ignore the corruptions, because they will stack on top of each other. So if you go in, I mean, unless you're really glutton for punishment... Oh, look, I dropped it in a random spot by switching to my weapon. That's probably what I did with the first one. Oh, shit. We're gonna go put this by the next store. Okay, and we're gonna swap weapons and immediately drop it. We're gonna kill these guys off. And as you can see, even though we had fixed the lights, some of these assholes went and destroyed the lights in the first area. Oh my god, post-it notes. I'm gonna splash myself with water by shooting the ground. If you have the splash kit, or you have a teammate, you can get splashed by them. But shooting the ground, or even doing the crank, which you can level up, that will splash you with water and gets the post-it notes off you. Additionally, this is not a good place to fight, so we're going to come back in here.
No more plans for you!
So the levels layouts are the same, but they have a tendency to randomize and have some roguelike elements to them. So the corruptions are going to be randomized, and then the placement, unless you're playing solo, the placement of where the shelters are, where the stations are, those have a tendency to change. What I have found is if you play solo, they usually spawn in the same areas, which can be helpful as you're, you know, at a severe disadvantage playing solo. Here we have a water heater, and I have one of these on me. Fill it up with water, it can both heal you and wet everything, which is very helpful.
Let's make sure that's in the report.
And you can refill these, or you get another one to put down. Oh, there's the shelter for us. Ooh, you're gonna jump over those, and of course they put shit on fire right out the shelter. I'm gonna open this, and even though it's gonna spawn more enemies, it's gonna be worth it. Because now if we die in here, we're gonna spawn in this part of the level. Otherwise we would have to run back from the front, which is not a fun time. Oh my god. These motherfuckers. See, it's very easy to get overwhelmed solo, and I have no one to res me, and I have limited lives, as you can see. But since we picked the fight in the shelter, we can now pick everything back up. We can take care of these guys that are being dicks. Now, as you can see, I'm just like laying into this guy because I have Blackrock bullets, which gives them a chance to be neutralized, as I mentioned before. But the real way to take him out is if you're using jump kit, you can shock and disable him and he'll bend over like this. If you want to shoot the guy in the back, you can circle strafe him as well. That's how I did it until I got the Blackrock bullets. So jump kit's best for those guys. You also get these minigun guys that can stun lock you. You just want to shoot them in the head. You also get similar grenade guys. You want to kill those guys. They're going to drop ammo, which is helpful. If you later, as you'll see, especially when we're trying to extract at the end, it's going to bring in powerful enemies, and those always drop more lost assets for us. And we want those lost assets because that helps level us up and get more skills to unlock. Now, we'll get into that in a different video. It's a lot to go into. There's a bunch of changes coming in the September update with that. I hope they change the system, because right now, if you want an upgraded perk, you have to equip the perk twice. Or sometimes 3 times, depending on if you want to share that perk with your friends. Now, you have to be in close proximity with your friends for it to work, which adds to trying to group up. But, as we have seen from my crew playing this game, we play this game a lot more like Helldivers, where everyone kind of lone wolfs it until we have to do an objective together. Otherwise, there's just too much ground to cover in these levels. Now, you're supposed to stay together and close together, and other than maybe 1 or 2 levels, like this one, it's just so wide open, and everyone shares the stuff you pick up at the end, so you're actually incentivized by the level itself to split up and go find as much stuff as you can, like the Blackrock guns, or, you know, you can kill sticky notes anywhere. So why wouldn't I go look for different pickups, like stupid sticky note assholes? Eat shit. Can't like that. So there's a little bit of competing design philosophies where you're incentivized to split up if you want to maximize what you're picking up, but for survivability, and it's better to stick together. Once you get max level and have a favorite gun and perks that you like and a playstyle you're kind of obsessed with, like I love the splash kit for a lot of reasons, you get in a groove, as you can see, and I know how to deal with my problems and kind of the deficiencies of my class. So, in that way, I've kind of made it like a roguelike a little bit. Where am I getting shot from? You know what? I'm a little tired of these dicks, so we're gonna just set everything on fire. And I'm gonna be careful not to set myself on fire. And I'm already on fire, but the sprinklers are on, so I can... You see I'm going under the sprinklers, but the post-it notes got me anyway.
I like your progress.
So now, we are going to go back to where we were, and as you can see they turned the lights off on us again. Oh man. These assholes, dude. Now, if you're playing this game with headphones on like I am currently, and I wasn't talking the whole time, the game has really good audio. I like the audio a lot. It also makes really good use of the DualSense controller. The haptic feedback in this game is pretty awesome. It really adds to the immersion, and I don't know, it just helps with me stay immersed and focused in the game. Oh my god, I'm so tired of these sticky notes. The shamblers, the post-it note men, have a tendency to go out of their way to find you. So it can be very obnoxious, as you've seen, when you're playing solo, because they will gang up on you. But you can see we've cleared up all the post-it notes we need. So we're ready to open the next area. I'm gonna clear out these 2 so they don't... Oh, 3, 4... I feel like the further you get in your objectives, the more it spawns enemies as well. And in Paper Chase, this map, it definitely spawns more of these douchebags. Okay, we're gonna just open this door. We're gonna go. Oh, the stapler's the second worst, so it increases health. We're gonna just run forward because you don't want to get caught on these bridges because you will fall to your death. The stapler is one of the worst ones because it gives them extra health, but also it is tiny, as you can see, and it has a tendency to run away from you and hide in stupid areas, which... Hold on a second. This is the area we want to fight these guys, because if we die, there's a whole bunch of stuff right here for us. But this is the room before the boss room. You can get to a point where the waves of enemies will calm down, but like I said, when you open a new door, it does a good job of spawning shit on top of you. Okay. We're offline, guys. And it also doesn't help that these guys have increased health because of our stapler friend. And I'm down. I got double hit by the stupid post-its. 3M's watching this video and they are very upset that their product is being used in such a way. Okay, so we spawned in the shelter, the last one we opened. So it can be a little disorienting when you respawn because you're like, where the hell am I? But you can quickly get your bearings. Now there is another shelter, but we have to run past the boss. And sometimes it's actually can be beneficial to spawn at a previous shelter because it will give you just some time to pull yourself together. It might give you the upper hand. Now, unfortunately for us, we moved the Blackrock gun, so we're not going to be able to take out the stapler until we get that again. Now, you see me checking random places. This is because it will spawn things randomly. I'm going to try to... If you ping with the down button, it'll mark the corrupted item that's flying around. As you can see, the stapler is very erratic in its pattern. And the best way to handle it is to not move unless it moves, because especially when you have 3 people, the stapler likes to go all over the place, as you can see. We've actually had, not in this recent patch, but there used to be a bug with it where it was just lagging out, and it was near impossible for one of our team members to shoot it. Oh, I got it with the last little bit of Blackrock. Whew, okay, that's good. That makes me feel better. We're going to see... Can I jump on this to get this? Thank you. There's a shelter up here. I don't think... You can't mantle in this... Oh, you can mantle. But I don't think... Oh my god, you can. You can open it. That's insane. I've never done this before. But a friend of mine, one of my crew, found this shelter up here, and you can actually get up here. That's insane. Obviously there's no requisitions, but this is a very interesting spot. At least we can heal up here, I guess. See, I both like and hate this because now I'm just like an open target up here. Since there's so many flying enemies in this game, it's not as helpful as you would expect. It's not like Helldivers where you get, you know, some elevation and suddenly, you know, the game becomes a lot easier. I'm gonna hop down here to fuck this guy up. Shoot the little hiss on his back, and away we go. Now, these guys don't currently drop anything, which I think is sad. I wish they dropped something because they are obnoxious. Alright, we're gonna turn off our flashlight for a moment. We're gonna pick up all of our stuff. We can pick this up later, but we're gonna want to run like hell to get out of here once we take care of the boss. Now this is, now that we've like cleared things out, we want to take a moment to get everything up and running. We're going to do the little mini games to like upgrade our stuff. We're gonna prep these in case we need them. Now you can use aspects of these if like these charge panels on the sides aren't working, but they work best when like if this isn't on, this is cold water, and it'll add a status with it too. Okay, now here we go. Oh, so this is our boss fight. This is, and I'm going to show a pro tip, especially if you're doing this solo. You just want to kind of ignore him initially, and we want to hit the shelter. Why? So it respawns us over here. Now these post-it notes are going to keep coming back, and even though the objective clearly states to destroy more sticky notes, the VO that kicks in will tell us we're here for Sticky Ricky, who's that giant amorphous blob of post-it notes. Now, this is the game on normal difficulty. If we were on hard or extreme, it would be spawning even more enemies, and there's a couple more enemies that, especially, I think it's called a Shrieker. It's like this banshee thing that's invisible most of the time and flies around. That thing will mess you up big time. I always fight that when I'm in here. Okay, as we just heard, we need to go around and fix these things. Now, basically, this is where the different jobs come into play. If you have the jump kit, you can basically charge this with a single shot. And for the things that are broken, which we'll see in a second, the fix kit could do it. Can like clean things up and fix them in one hit. This is where the co-op nature of the game comes in. But the reality is you can do all of these things solo, as you're seeing here. But crap, we're gonna go back and heal because we're gonna have to go to the other side, and it's going to take longer to run back. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm not attacking him. Well, the way this boss works is he's actually invulnerable until we turn these machines on. So one is water, one's electricity. We've done the electricity and that's the switch, but what we want to do is we want to fix these things. And I do electricity first, then water. The good thing about this water, and this is like another little fun fact, is the water things we're fixing will actually, it's spurting water as you do it, which happens to help in keeping the post-it notes off you. I assume this was to fix a bug, but actually it makes sense. Okay, and here's another one. This is also why I have perks on to make healing things a lot easier. Okay, these guys are assholes. Okay, we're gonna flip the switch. It's gonna turn oh my god. It's gonna turn Ricky, Sticky Ricky. It's gonna turn him dark, as you can see. Now he's going to be taking damage. Now we're gonna flip the electricity, and that shocks and stuns him and does small damage to him. And then with the splash kit, we're gonna burn the shit out of him with the fire. This is like your ultimate move, basically, as you can see it draining at the bottom. Now, once the water wears off, as you can see, oh my god, he's back up again. So, in general, unless you get really messed up, it takes about 3 to 4 times to do this, and thankfully, we're going to pick up some extra ammo in here. The majority of some things will fail, like as you can see we have to go back and fix something over here. Usually when it's spawning the enemies, that's when the enemies will break your shit, and so you're gonna have to repair things a couple times. But, as you can see, it's not nearly as bad. Now, one thing we could do is flip the electricity to stun him, and so he wouldn't be attacking us while we're making these repairs. But the electricity is actually really good at doing damage over time to him, so I prefer to do the water than the electricity. So we're gonna flip that. We're gonna try to avoid him as shit spawns on top of us. Oh, we're just... Part of the problem is we're losing valuable time of him having the water on him. See, the water already wore out. And he's got some friends. So, we're still pretty healthy. Let's see. Maybe I'll try shocking him this time and then hitting the water, and we'll see how that goes. Ideally, with a team of 3, you have one person mopping up the little mobs running in, another person doing electricity stuff, ideally the person with the jump kit, and then you have the fix kit over here fixing all this stuff. As you can see, we're kind of wasting the electricity right now. It is stunning him, which is good for us, but now he's gonna get wet and we can shoot him. You don't want to be in front of his blast because that shit does hurt and it can one-shot you. I originally did play this by never using electricity. You can just sit over here if you have enough ammo like I do and just constantly beat him up, but I think it's good to go back and forth because not only will you get pickups like I just did, you're going to want to occasionally drop into the shelter. Drop into the shelter again. We're gonna heal up, make sure we top off. And then it systematically spawns guys as you've seen, so sometimes I like to sit back and take care of these. There's no real time limit on the missions, which is nice. You don't have to worry, like Helldivers or Monster Hunter, you don't have to worry about doing things in a certain amount of time. But the longer you take, the more enemies the game tends to spawn. So you are kind of incentivized to be as efficient as possible. And some missions, if you don't go in with the right build, oh my god, see, now we're screwed. Most of the time I just take the hits from him, but it can hurt sometimes. I also spec in so I get healed faster from drinking the water, because this can take some time. Okay. Let's do... Okay, now we're ready. Oh, he spawned Shamblers because he's under 50% health. Those guys suck. Oh my god. Post-it notes everywhere. Okay. Flip this. Gotta remember to wet yourself. Oh shit. Okay, we got fire again, so we're gonna burn the shit out of him. Go. Gonna burn Post-it Note Man more while we're at it too. Shit, it already wore off. Alright. You can also disable this by holding triangle. That's also very helpful. Okay. Now, like I mentioned before, don't worry about the Post-it note count in the corner. Once we take out Sticky Ricky, it basically just finishes it for us. I think they just, you know, reuse the same objective, which it should just really say defeat Sticky Ricky. Okay. Yep, we gotta fix stuff again. This is one of the reasons I love the splash kit, but it does mean you're shooting the ground a lot. Hey, asshole. Okay. Fixed. Rinse and repeat, literally. Let's wet him. We're gonna run close to him. Oh my god, they broke this shit. Okay. I don't want to lose our opportunity to do damage to him. So I'm just gonna unload on him at this moment. It's already worn off. Okay, one more time should do it. And we're drinking the water, and we're reloading. Thankfully, those happen to be the same buttons, so you end up reloading quite a bit. The game does a good job. It doesn't waste your bullets when you reload, unlike Helldivers, which I appreciate. Post-it note douchebags. Also, as you see, doing the big splash turns this on. Every shelter has one, which is super helpful. Okay.
Got him.
Gonna take care of this. Gonna lean up on the water so we don't get post-it notes on us.
Go team.
Okay. We have the fire built up again. We're gonna just finish him off right here. There we go. Burn his face off. Take that, Sticky Ricky. Oh, come on, I don't want to do this again. Oh my god, we got him.
Whoa, that was a nice.
Okay, now every map. Oh shit, this is a bad place to be. Okay, so when you finish your oh my god, we're gonna just go this way because we do not need to go back into the shelter. But essentially, every time you complete the final objective, there's always 3 areas, a maximum of 3. You will basically need to extract / go to the elevator, and that is precisely what we're going to be doing right now. It is also going to continually spawn enemies behind you to incentivize you to just run, and usually the way back is streamlined in some way. As you can see in this level particularly, we're skipping past a whole lot of the level just to get out. Now, what will probably happen is it's going to spawn a powerful enemy behind us, and we're going to want to kill that to get extra lost assets. We're going to go call the elevator to get the process started there. Now, although you can sit and spam the elevator button and minorly speed it up, it is much better to watch your back. Here, I'm going to use my water heater that I've kind of just been holding on to so I can heal myself, and it will keep the fire at bay. We are getting some more spawns, and you just want to clean these guys up as you're waiting for the elevator to show. We don't really need to do post-its anymore, I'm just bored. Okay, the door's open. We did not get a powerful enemy, but this is broken, so we need to fix this. I really thought, like, almost 90% of the time it spawns a powerful enemy. I almost feel like we should wait for it. Oh, it's gonna spawn right here. Okay. We're just gonna get out here. We're gonna take our shit and run out here. It broke again. There you go. Check behind us. Okay, we're good. Goodbye! Oh, and there's sprays in this game.
You've all proven what you're capable of.
Okay.
Reflect on that.
As you can see, we extracted, essentially. Max level is currently 49, and each kit can go up to level 9. And then here you're going to see our lost assets and all the dust we've picked up. That's what those are. Each level has its own dust. Let's go to here. You can see your loadout. There's a bunch of different weapon types, but it's pretty much your standard first-person shooter. You got your machine gun, shotgun, magnum, revolver, machine gun, pump-action shotgun, which is different than this double barrel, and then a bolt-action rifle that's really good at taking on the bigger enemies, but just from a pure ammo perspective and spray and pray nature of my running gun self, I always go for the machine gun. Grenades, you have a gunpowder grenade, which is like a standard grenade. You have a shock grenade, which I demonstrated, and an epoxy grenade. I will go into all the perks in a different video, but here's how you have Warbond-like Battle Pass. They did something smart, and I wish more games would do this, is they split up the passes to be, one is the gameplay stuff, because people were struggling to unlock the gameplay stuff, and then doing the cosmetics as a completely separate track. And then if you buy their $10, like, hey, help support us, there's a combination of skins and other cosmetics. Here in research, you can see the different perks we can unlock, and up in the corner, you see there's a different version of the dust you can collect in each level. Basically, there's one different type per. The lost assets are the same. Now, what do we do with these? We use them to unlock stuff. So here, I'm going through and unlocking the different perks. Each perk has weak, strong, and resonant. Weak being it gives you access to whatever it does. In this case, this will look at healing. Healing allows you to faster heal. Strong is stronger than weak. It's usually like double and the most prominent. Resonant means it's shared with other players. From what I've seen, it's not really stronger. So you go in here, and then you use your different abilities, very similar to Helldivers, to unlock stuff. So I'm just going through here, and since I'm a crazy person that loves this game, I'm unlocking everything as I go. And then, as you can see, this is just our screen to buy our perks. To equip the perks, you need to go into loadout, and you go into this little 9 by grid, and you get back to the same screen, but instead of purchasing them, you're actually equipping them here. So you have to go through this like little mini game of removing and adding stuff, and you can see it goes into your 9 slots in the corner. Not the best setup. I feel like it makes more sense on PC than doing it on console. I wish that as you got the stronger perks, you just had to equip the perk once. But they're trying to balance stuff, and there's a lot in here to go over. So, again, talk more about it later. But that is FBC Firebreak in a nutshell. And, I don't know, but doing runs like this is solo is fun. Try it out. It's available on Game Pass on Xbox and PlayStation Plus. If you have PlayStation Extra, it's there too. Or you can pick it up on Steam. Hope this helps you. Have a good night. Bye.